Hey guys, what is going on? It's Brian with you from TheGameCommon, and today we're doing something brand new. Or, I guess in this case, we're doing something a little old. So, I don't know if you've noticed or not, but right now, Humble Bundle Sale is all about Star Wars games. This is early March 2016, depending on when you watch it, and they have a bunch of older Star Wars games up for sale for super cheap. And so I picked up this bundle because this entire Humble Bundle is like all these games from my childhood that I spent many hours on. And this is one of them. This game is Star Wars Rebellion. If you've never played it before, this game came out in '98, and man, I put so many hours into this back as a little kid. It's essentially, you know, like a Master of Orion or a Endless Space or something like that, just, you know, back before those games looked as flashy and as nice as they did. And in fact, I think this game holds up quite well. I picked a sale up, or I picked the Humble Bundle sale up a couple days ago, and I've pretty much been playing this game non-stop since then. Partly because of nostalgia, but partly just because I enjoy it so much. So I wanted to put it up on YouTube, and what we're probably going to end up doing with the XCOM series ending, we're probably going to actually rotate a bunch of Star Wars games, because I think I picked up 10 Star Wars games for $10. I seriously encourage everyone to go check out the Humble Bundle sale right now. It is freaking really awesome. But this is one of the games, this, in my opinion, is the best one of the bunch, and this one was only like $1. So, we basically skipped the cutscene, we skipped the intro, we skipped the tactical screen. Basically, I'm trying to avoid putting as much music as possible in this because I don't know who owns the rights on this, and I'm fairly certain the Star Wars music is going to get picked up. So I don't know. We'll see if it gets licensed or whatnot. But anyways, so we kind of skipped through all the tutorial and everything, so we're basically now looking at a world or a universe map screen. What you'll notice is we're playing as the Empire right now, and all the green sectors are all, well, not the green sectors, but all the green planets are the planets that we control. The red planets are the planets that the Alliance controls. This game takes place directly after Yavin 4, right after the destruction of the first Death Star, and you'll actually see Yavin's over here. And the Alliance, I want to say the enemy, they actually have a bunch of troops and stuff over here. And one of the big things in the intro, they kind of talk you through everything. They tell you, you could go send a fleet over there. So basically, the point of this game is for us to do two things. A, we have to capture Luke Skywalker, and is Mon Mothma over here too? No, she's not. But we have to capture Luke Skywalker and Mon Mothma. And then in addition to that, there's a rebel headquarters that we also have to capture. Now, for their Alliance, for them to beat us or for us to lose, what they have to do is they have to capture Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine. And then they have to capture the Coruscant, which is the Empire's seat of power. What's interesting, though, about us versus them is we don't actually know where their headquarters is. Their headquarters is somewhere in the Outer Rim. We don't know where. They can also move it, so that's kind of a bad thing for us. So we're going to be sending scouts and everything all over the galaxy to basically find them. The other interesting thing about this is when we pause the game, you can't actually do anything. So time is constantly ticking up. So we want to be a little careful because we don't want too much time to tick up. So let me explain to you what we're looking at. Once again, I explained all the green is our planets, all the red is their planets. You'll notice it's kind of balanced. It's probably not the most accurate representation after Yavin 4. I'd imagine that there would have been a lot more for the Empire at that time, but oh well. They actually have probably more planets than we do. But so that's our popular support. We also have idle fleets. We don't have many fleets. So we have one here in Coruscant. This one has an Imperial and a Victory. That's not bad, actually. That's pretty good. And then we have Piet there. Doop-a-doo. We have one over here. This one is just a Carrack Light Cruiser. We have one over here. That's a Galleon. Okay. And let's see. We got one here. Imperial Star Destroyer. Ooh, we got 2 Imperial Star Destroyers. So we actually start with... okay, we actually start with some pretty decent power. In my test game, man, I had like no fleet. I had like 1 Imperial and like 1 Victory and a bunch of smaller ships. It's kind of bad. Personnel, we'll get to that in a second. Then we also have manufacturing. So idle shipyards, we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 5 shipyards to build more ships. We have 1, 2 construction yards, and we need to build more of those. And then we have a bunch of training facilities. Nope, we have 1 training facility. Oof, that's pretty terrible. So we need to get some training facilities and construction yards ASAP. Lastly, we also have a bunch of personnel. Now, these personnels are everyone from the Emperor to random named people from, like, the old expanded universe before it became Legends. And basically what you can do is you can send all these people on missions. Missions like capture Luke Skywalker, or kill, you know, this person, or, you know, go and cite an uprising. And so what's interesting is they all kind of have the things that they're good at and things they're not so good at. So the Emperor, he has pretty decent diplomacy, but he's really good with leadership and combat. That's mostly because he's a Jedi in this game. Although Sith, they just call him Jedi. So what we're going to actually first do is we're going to send him over here to Gorman. You'll notice that there's a bar underneath that shows you their support level. So Coruscant is 100% ours, but then you'll notice that they actually have 4 planets here which are for them, which is kind of scary. So what we're going to try doing is getting a few more of these neutral planets on our side. And anytime these guys tick to our side, we get more support on their planets. So that's good to know. Grammel, I've never actually used you. What are you? Diplomacy 18, you're really good with the espionage. Okay. What's interesting about pretty much, we might actually just leave them here. What can you do here? You can just do espionage. I don't know. I don't know. Most of the Imperial personnel is really good at espionage. Doop-a-doop. Alright, we got Bevel Lemeski. You can do everything. Okay, that's good. So we can actually research new ships and stuff with him. So we will come back to you most definitely. We'll have to see what other guys we have. In my test playthrough, I didn't actually have any capabilities to research ship designs initially, which kind of sucked, honestly. Alzel, you can't do anything. I don't think Dala can do anything. Yeah. Was Alzel, did you have any diplomacy? Nope. Yeah, we need a couple more guys with some diplomacy, please. This guy has diplomacy. I remember him. Yep, I had him in my test. Alright, so we will send you out. Actually, maybe we'll send you over here. Get you some Corellia. Let's go here. I find Corellia a little more important, I think. And really just kind of maxing out this sector versus this sector. I'll give them this sector if need be. I don't really care. This is Dala, right? Oh, no. We got this guy. Who are you? You have no capabilities, and you have no diplomacy either. Okay. So then, lastly, over here, what we got? We got Vader over here. Okay, so Vader, he's got decent diplomacy, but what we're probably going to do... You know, he actually had better diplomacy than the Emperor. Whoops. Oh, well. So what we're going to do is we're going to send him on a mission to recruit. And what he's going to basically be doing right now is recruiting more characters for us. And I'm going to be going through a lot of these things, and I'll be trying to explain as we go. But here's the thing. Like, this game's so freaking complex. Like, I remember the original book for it as a kid was like, man, it was like 200 pages long kind of thing. And so I'm still not 100% on all of the stuff myself. I've been playing for a couple days, so I'm doing a lot better now, I think. But let's go ahead and go to our shipyards real quick, and let's start popping out some ships. I think I'm gonna go for some of these light ships. Like I said in my previous playthrough, I didn't actually have that many shipyards, and I found myself getting overwhelmed, actually. The Alliance actually had more ships than me at one point. They even destroyed my fleet at Coruscant, which is kind of bad, so we're gonna go and do definitely some of these. Let's go ahead and get a galleon here, because we also need some troops. And I'll explain why in a little bit, but let's go here. Unfortunately, you'll notice, so, okay, really quick, it says 101. That means there's only one shipyard here, which means it's going to take a lot longer to build something. So, for example, that takes 104 days. I very much would love to build some bunch of Imperial Star Destroyers, but those are going to take, 448 days. Yeah, so we're nowhere close to there until we can get some more shipyards built. So until that point, let's go ahead and just build some regular smaller ships. I think we'll build another Carrack light cruiser here. These are only going to take, how many days was this? 104 days. So that's not great. That's still pretty long. But we'll hopefully get a couple shipyards up before that. And lastly, let's go ahead and... That was 104. How long is this? 176. Oof. So the Dreadnought's definitely way better. Escort carrier is 136 days? Really? That's expensive. You're only 40 days for a galleon. We do want to get galleons, a couple galleons. We're probably going to build a couple fighters. Yeah, let's get a couple fighters. And you know what? I'm going to come back over here. Was it Biss? No. Where's my other shipyard? Is it Solus? Yeah. Yeah, I think what we're going to do is we're going to actually switch you then to a gallon. Because, we already got one. Do we need two? I don't think we need two. Screw it. Let's keep it. What we do is we want gallons because we want to take some troop transports and we want to explore the Outer Rim as quick as possible because basically we're trying to find where the Alliance is, where their home base is. So Coruscant, the one nice thing is it has 2 construction yards. You'll notice that each planet only has a certain number of places they can build on. So Yaga Minor has 3 blue, so we can put 3 more things up there. Coruscant's completely filled right now, mostly because it has 2 guns. It has 2 guns, and then what else does it have? It has 3 refineries and 5 mines. And that's kind of basically your resources. So, we can't build on Coruscant. Where else can we build? We could build on Yaga Minor. I think actually that's what we're going to do, but we need another construction yard. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just build some more construction yards right now, because we need construction yards pretty bad. So let's put our destination to Yaga Minor. Is that gonna work? Yep, that did work. And let's go ahead and build it, and just, yeah, we want construction yard. Let's actually just go ahead and build 2. Be done with it. Get that going. And then what we're going to do is we need training facilities ASAP. So maybe we're going to take you and build another training facility. Solus has our spaceport, so we don't want to mess with you. We could also build another construction yard here, which might not be a bad idea. 40 days, because it'll take 40 days. Now, here's the question. If I build 1 construction yard, then it will knock it down to 20 days versus 2 at 240 days. I'm wondering if it's better to have 2 1s or 1 at 2. Ratar, we need troops. First things first, let's go ahead and build a bunch of espionage droids. These are cheap. These guys can run espionage missions like basically your main characters can do. Unlike your main characters, though, it doesn't really matter if they die or get captured. They're basically limitless. You can build them forever. Okay. I think we got to build another construction yard. Biss, how many spaces you got? You got some pretty decent spaces. However, I'm not a huge fan of you being like completely surrounded. So what about Burchest? Let's go ahead and build it in Burchest. So let's go ahead and destination Burchest, and let's just build another construction yard. And we're going to expand wide, and then we're going to expand tall, I guess is going to be kind of my theme. So lastly, let's go ahead and get our personnel, and let's go ahead and send them on missions. Grammel. The thing is, I'm a bit wary of just sending them on random missions to random planets. Because he can go here and he can do like Incite Uprising, which is great. He probably won't be able to be too successful in that. Or he can do Espionage. What was his Espionage was pretty good, right? 95, yeah. My only concern with this is they can get captured and die if there's people there that can spot them. I think I'm feeling pretty good about this, though, because it doesn't say that there's any ground troops. Any sort of ground troops can actually, like, spot them. It's usually better to use, like, just the droids and whatnot to spot, but at least initially, until they move their stuff around, I don't know how accurate this is, but I think it's fairly accurate, at least initially. So, Bevel, you are our super awesome guy, right? Yeah. Okay, so we are definitely going to put you mission, and if we can only do one, oh, we got to put you in a place with a shipyard. Okay, put a shipyard there. We're going to put you in Salona, and we're going to do ship design research. I think that's a little more imperative than facility and or the others. And hopefully we can recruit one of those guys quickly that does have the ability to do either ground, actually any of them, because I can always just move him around. Oh, Veers is here. Wait a second. I missed you. Veers can do troop. Awesome. Unfortunately, we only have one troop place, and it was... This is the only weird thing. I hate the smaller resolution. We can actually tell you to come over here to Ratlar and go ahead and give me some new troops. And you can't do anything, Veers. Your diplomacy kind of sucks, too. And your espionage sucks. You got great leadership, though. So do we try it? Man, I don't want to do it without any extra help. Your espionage is 71. Let's try it. Let's go here to Talus. And let's check it out first. Espionage, they're more able to do the espionage without getting caught versus, for example, the Incite Uprising. That would take a little bit more of a cost. The other thing we got to be careful with too. I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. Whatever. This plan, wow. Got a shield level and a gun. Nice. Doop-a-doo. Oh yeah, we're building a galleon. So, Ozzel, you are really good with espionage. And actually, we got Dala here, too. Yeah, she's good with espionage as well. They're both good with leadership, too. We're going to send them both on the mission to draw. And let's go ahead and do espionage, and then we're going to make Dala a decoy. So what happens if there's any troops or anything that are spotters or whatnot, Dala's kind of there to draw the shade away from Ozzel so he can actually complete the mission. Sometimes when you get to like super high complicated levels, like for example, I was trying to capture Snub. He's the dude from episode 6, right? 4, 5, 6. Yeah, he was the dude who was flying the Millennium Falcon or whatever with Lando. I was trying to capture him, and I had like Vader. I had like 3 guys here. I think Dala was one of them, and then I had like 7 Nagahori Death Commandos trying to run shade basically to distract them. I still failed because they had so many spotters. But anyways, I think we're feeling pretty good about life now. We got the Espionage Droids popping out, and then lastly we got, oh man, we have some really good ships. I'm excited about that. You can't really do much of anything, so we'll have you go spy. I'm really worried about Burchess. It is definitely not too happy in my favor. Espionage. The one thing, we have 4 troop regiments here, which is good. If this bar gets too low and we don't have enough troop regiments, it'll basically go into uprising, and that's a very bad day for us. So we really need to start flipping over some of these territories. Unfortunately, I don't think we can because we don't have any more diplomacy people. We only had 2 and we used them both, except for Vader, but I don't count him as one. Oh, we have, oh, Piet's up here. Piet. He's one of my favorite. Oh, he's got good diplomacy too. Do we send him then? I think we have to. Man, both of these plants aren't happy either. Unfortunately, you can totally hear the Star Wars music, I think, which might turn out to be a bad news for me. We're gonna see. We're gonna hope not. Yeah, I think I'm gonna send you all the way over here. It's gonna take them a while to get here. And actually, before we do that, is there any planet here that can... You have a construction yard. Okay. You have a shipyard. You have a training facility. Let's actually go for the training facility. Was it DeLeo? No, it was Obra. Alright. Piet. I'm probably going to butcher some of these names, but yeah. Mission. Obra. Go. And I think we're good to go now. I think everything is set up. You can see here's the list of the planets that they have. Here's the list of the planets I have, so on and so forth. Troops, you know, kind of there. We don't have any... Yeah, we don't have any good troops yet. We just looked at fleets. Personnel, you can see everyone's on mission, so we're good there. And then we can kind of like just look at defenses and whatnot. I don't really care too much about this. Oh, idle fleets. Let's go ahead and merge some of our fleets together while we're here. We got an Imperial and a Victory. Those are just, that's a dominant fleet right now. And we got a Carrack being built there. Can we actually add something to him? A Carrack light cruiser might be okay. Salona, you got a Dreadnought that we're building, and Traris, it's got a Gallon. Do you have true troopers or regiments already? Okay. So with that then, actually, what we're going to do is we're going to take you and we're going to send you out here. And we're basically going to have him start scouting the Outer Rim for the Alliance base. And I guess, do we need a fleet in here? I kind of don't want to move my entire fleet out of the sector, but, you know, one Carrack light cruiser isn't going to do crap. We could also start invading the enemy plants. It's really easy. Just put them down. If they don't have any troopers, it's really easy to take them over. The downside with that is you lose popular support for the system. So if, for example, I went and invaded one of these planets, all these other planets are not going to like me, and Burchess might very much flip to going into Uprising. So that's something we definitely don't want to risk if need be. The Imperial is so freaking powerful by itself, though. We got a Dreadnought over here. We might actually merge these two together. How does this planet feel about me? Yeah, Bethesda's not a huge fan of me. Everyone else kind of likes me. I think my main goal right now is going to be to get these 2 sectors under my control as quick as possible. Mostly because, A, we want to keep Coruscant at, like, that's our home planet. We need to keep Coruscant as much as possible. So we want a good defense there, period. So let's go ahead and move you over into Rattler. We'll have you guys merge up. Solus, this one's being built. Yep. And I think... Where was it? Carrack. Gallon. Yeah, I think we are going to send this guy up here. We're going to have these 2 fleets merge. Alright, so with that, I think we are good to actually start advancing time. We'll go ahead and go slow for now. Darth Vader. Ooh, nice. So he recruited a new individual. So we come here, we can see we now have Ulrich. This guy can do facilities design. Boom. So now we got all 3. That is freaking awesome. Like, good job, Vader. You can't, no construction yard here, right? Nope. So we will actually send you then on a mission to Coruscant. What's your leadership rating at? Status. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Leadership. Your leadership's okay. Mission. Coruscant. And facility design. Yep. Now, the question is, we got Darth Vader. He's here. Do we want to try flipping planets? I think we need to keep research, or keep trying to find new people. That's what they... I'm torn. I'm very, very torn. I think we're going to do something that's probably not advisable, but we're actually going to send him over here to Bortras.
As you wish.
And what's going to happen as soon as the Emperor kind of can flip Gorman, we're going to then actually probably switch him to recruitment. It's what we should have done in the beginning. I didn't actually realize that the Emperor's diplomacy wasn't as high as Vader's, which seems really weird. I guess Vader just uses the power of, you know, he likes to convince people or something. I don't know. Imperial Espionage Droid. Alright. So we have an espionage. We have two actually here in Ratlar. Let's actually take them both. And we're going to go send you on a mission to... Let's go Ando. And let's make one over here. You usually don't want to send these off by one, because if, for example, they have a trooper regiment, it's like a spotter, or if they have a person, another person there, basically they're like spotters, and they can totally see your guy. And if they have more spotters than you have on the mission, then you're probably going to lose all your guys. So you usually don't want to send them off one at a time. Early game, it's not as bad because the enemy hasn't built too much yet, but...
One of our agents is reporting in.
Alright, so we got Yuvena, and we also got Solazvan. So, Yuvena is here. They have one personnel being moved there, and they have a troop training facility there. I'm thinking we might actually just go launch on this place. We also got Solazvan, right? Solazvan. And you're over here now? Yes. And they have absolutely nothing over here. So this planet's kind of, you know, it's good for money and that's about it. So let's go ahead and take our fleet. And we're going to launch over here.
Units in hyperspace are unable to receive commands. You can issue orders to those units when they arrive at their destination.
I think we are going to actually just take over Yuvena. They don't have anything to stop us. They don't have a trooper regiment. Yeah, I think we are. It's going to take a hit, but Coruscant, whatever. Yaga Minor's still pretty good. It's going to take a little longer to convert these two, but I'm okay with that, actually. So let's go ahead and move you guys over here, and we are going to just take over this planet. We need another trooper place anyways. So we got a TIE Fighter Squadron now in Olmont. Olmont, which word was that? That was over here. Nope. Here. Nope. Here. Here it is. Yeah, you're building for quite a while. Okay, you got 3 more. Medium. The only problem is you get a lot of pop-ups in this. I can silence some of these pop-ups. I actually care about these though. We got 1 droid. I don't need 1. I need 2. Alright, so we now have a blockade of Yuvena. I think I'm actually going to silence those. I don't need those.
Has been received indicating the Imperial fleet has initiated a blockade of an enemy system.
So now what we can do is we can either planetary bombardment and we can destroy their facilities. That's going to obviously lower our support, or we're just going to insult it. And we took no casualties.
Some negative news about support for the Empire.
So unfortunately, it's actually currently in an uprising.
Message has been received.
Oh, well, that's kind of depressing. But, so we can't actually even build anything here because it's an uprising. Ah, well, that's depressing. Grammel, do you have leadership? You do have leadership, so he might actually be able to help put this one back. Although we probably need multiple people. Uprising, yep. Smuggling losses, yep. Here's the question. Yagamaira went down. Actually, Yagamaira didn't really go down at all. Really, none of the planets went down. They don't really hate me for it. Okay. We got the assault, and it's idle, but I can't do anything because it's freaking uprising. That actually kind of sucks with the uprising. Oh, well. We'll go a little bit further. Doop-a-doop-a-doo. Emperor. So, he had no effect. We could stop him.
One of our agents
Why
is
have you not allowed me to finish my mission?
And we got Coruscant. Okay. Alright, the reason I stopped him is because now hopefully the Emperor is going to come here. And we're going to actually have these two try basically quelling this. He's got a good leadership too. So we're going to have them try quelling the uprising, hopefully. Because that's a bit of a terrible thing, because we need that training facility. And really, it's going to be the exact same as taking a planet. You know, all of a sudden we'll have another planet. So personnel arrived in Coruscant was you. We'll cancel that. We got another Imperial Espionage Droid and Espionage mission. So we got Drawl and Chandril. So Drawl, well, here's Chandril. You don't got anything. Did we already do Chandril? I think we already did. And then Drawl. Ooh, they got a fleet over here. So they got two Corellian corvettes, which are not too great. They're about equivalent to, not my Dreadnought. The other one I was building, not the Galleon. I can't think of its name, but you guys know which one I'm talking about. I can't actually look at it. Actually, I can. The character light cruisers. So, alright, so we got Drawl. What do you have on the ground? Do you have guerrillas? Yeah, not much. They actually have a training facility too. Interesting. Okay, nothing great. That's good to know, I think. Idle fleets. Oh, that's their idle fleet. Okay. I think we're going to call this an episode here, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, feel free to drop a like. Go ahead and comment. Anything on a new series helps tremendously. If you're checking out this series because you want to know what this game looks like, I definitely encourage you, go check out the Humble Bundle. Buy it. This game's only $1. I think it is freaking awesome and definitely worth it. And I definitely encourage you guys to stick around for the next episode, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.